My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to the last Divinity. We're going with Echo, right? Let's have a few of these successful runs before we then move on. Double copies of Bounding Echo, double copy of Immortal Trade, as well as a single Forgotten Trade in the base deck. A lot of trading going on here. Maybe I should have looked at the relics first for this character. We've got the repeater, so we can return consumed cards to hand. That can be pretty good with Forgotten Trade. Energy every turn can be pretty good with the Bounding Echoes. It's really good synergizing with anything that has Etch. We also have the Plinks because we are the non-base Umbra. Etch to remove one shell from eggs. That's not bad either. The thing is, eggs oftentimes end up with an overstacking flaw, and an overstacking flaw doesn't really want... I mean, it doesn't use Immortal Trades excellently a lot of the time. Maybe Immortal Trade is the only HP that I need. Right, and then the frontline unit's just the Bog Worm, eventually. Then what's our backline? How are we projecting more damage? How do I take out a line of enemies? We've got 3 Divine Temples early on. Oh my god. And 2 super late as well. Good lord. To me, what that says is we're going to have 2 different units that have a base and an essence relatively early. Maybe we end up going over here to dupe one of them. How does that push us? So, Umbra. Umbra's backline, not good. Typically. Not good. Wormkin's backline? Let's have a look at those. Right, because these decisions are going to matter deeply, as I keep harping on, but I keep harping on it because it's damned important. All right, so looking for units, and first off, we will look at the Umbra. So, can I set them to collectibles at least? Mastery, search... No, not necessarily, apparently. Okay, cool. Frontliner. Frontliner. Not a banner unit. Backliner, but doesn't deal much damage. Frontliner. Backliner, but doesn't deal much damage. Frontliner. 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 An unknown, because we haven't found the rare Umbra card yet. I actually may not even know what it is. Which is exciting to be unspoiled on that. Wormkin, we go across. Glaremind is a good backliner. Bog Wormling can be summoned out of one of the eggs that we'll find later on. That's also a really good frontliner, not necessarily a great backliner. Keenhost Pupa. I mean, the eggs are good backliners, right? Largely. God, does that mean I have to go eggs? Because how am I finding, you know, much multi-strike after, unless... Okay, but this time we're choosing eggs not because, you know, I'm showing off the new mechanic. We're choosing eggs because I think it is the correct choice here. Wow. That's... The thing is, when it's possible that we can find early on Shadowsiege or something like that, gotta take the sketches. Also, units enter with damage shield 1. Or enemies enter with 1 less damage. Enemies enter with 1 less damage are quite nice. Also, shields entering with a damage shield would be pretty good, because then you can chump block with them, and then they also consume themselves afterwards. So it's particularly good. We've also got Seraph the Patient, right? So chump blocking with morsels is going to be quite relevant, I imagine. The only problem is that our middle floor is always going to be overstacked. So where are these morsels really going to go? I'm taking Winged Indulgence. Especially against the 7x8 boss. This feels relatively good. Normal enemy units enter with spikes 3. Not jazzed about that. but money matters a lot. Am I going for an Umbra banner or a Wormkin banner now? We probably want Umbra essences, but we want Wormkin individual. You don't get incants. Maybe I set up on the bottom line with Echo, right? Because I'm about to cast 3 different infused spells on this floor. Okay. Seems about right to me. One down. 2 down. Now, the unit upgrades and stat changes. So this won't get the lifesteal from Immortal Trade. Another unit down. What's left in the draw pile? Ooh, forgotten trades left in the draw pile as well. Sure. It's not too much I can do on that floor. Ow. That's a lot of damage they just put through. Oh well. Power of Knowledge infused. Deal 15 damage for each spell in the consume pile. There is also a shelter that seems like it's going to be a relatively good way to try and keep the units in the midline healthy. So, the thing is, units in the midline, right? What we want are units that on the floor with other units benefit those other units, right? And that aren't super location dependent. A lot of Umbra cards, Umbra units rather, are location dependent. But I also really want to roll Umbra units in case I find Shadowsiege. It's difficult. Power of Knowledge. We consume so far 3 cards. 45 damage nuke for 2 energy. It's infused as well. I mean, it's not bad, but what I would really want to start taking something like that is cards that help me consume the other cards in my deck. And I might find that later, but right now this already proposes a huge amount of value for us. Bruismal Dust. There's also a Mind Collapse. Mind Collapse could be legit. Give that a plus 30 from an Extreme Stone, and suddenly it's just to finish an enemy off at the end of the round, as well as gain some energy back. Cast some more stuff after that. I was about to say we want more directed damage, but we just want directed damage that isn't garbage, so any of these could also be just upgraded as well. Bruismal Dust. It's not a bad thing. How likely am I to go heavily into Ember Drain? Quite. Alright, we'll take a Mind Collapse. We can cast that for 0 and still get plus 30 magic power on it, and then Ember Drain is really good. I shouldn't be looking exclusively for a high roll right now. Alloyed Construct. Inert. This is the unit essence from it. Inert, Multi-Strike, and Gorge to gain Fuel 1. So it's really good for buffing someone else. I'm going to take it and try and make it work. We're going to have to reroll here, I think. Largestone certainly seems like part of that plan. Does it have to be? Because if it doesn't have to be, we can look at another Umbra banner and then we can decide whether or not we sock it. go to the Divine Temple. Value Stone. What's that for +2? Yeah, not super. Not super thrilled about that. Intrinsic. None of those really even want to be in the opening hand. Yikes. Not really getting much more powerful right now. Start battle, enemy units appear on each floor. Hyper-resist to the light is going to be pretty ruinous for us. However, we get a lot of morsels right now. Oh, thank heck. The alloyed construct isn't even on that floor. Nice. All right, let's plank. Gonna want to set up the alloyed construct and the morsels on the top floor. We put down a morsel first because it's going to die, and in doing so... one sec. Wait, I can't even... Hang on. I mean, Echo Right does want to go down, but ultimately this is going to be our kill floor. Yeah, that would have been... That would have been a better ordering there before the plink. Still, top floor was always going to be our kill here, so... Not at all frustrated. Ooh. Double rubble. Prepare for rubble and make it double. I don't really need to do too much else here. That shell's not going to break this turn, but it's getting close. Lifesteal isn't a great way to keep a multi-striking unit alive because they expend a point of lifesteal on each of the strikes. Ugh. Can kill that with the absolute life of me, apparently. Rude. Alright, let's get a plink going. I mean, end of turn. We don't even reach end of turn here. Obviously, we need to go on the top floor. Nice. Ultimately worked out pretty well. You are... God, you got 2 fuel. Okay, so you aren't inert. Woo! Not that it ultimately would have killed us, considering we can just echo break the kill. Shelter pre-opt. Excavation Eruption. It's also a Space Prism and a Making of a Morsel. Space Prism is a really good way to try and get... That is actually a way to try and exploit both of these clans, right? Get capacity. But with the Sketches of Salvation, we're very likely to try and avoid that. Excavation Eruption. It's good. Super good. Early on, especially. Sure. Let's take it. Alright. Here's where I make the big mistake. Also, Necrostone, Battlestone. Never mind. No mistakes ever. I've never made a mistake in my entire life, and I regret the accusation. There's no way, right? There's a way. Where there's a will as well. I've been informed there may be a way. We can't make that multi-strike at there. Because then how do we get things into it, you know? Which means here, I need to find the Umbra Banner and go to the Divine... Oh, no, but I got out of the Helvet! Okay. Can I Largestone you as well? I like the idea of that, but the problem is I need this to get something like Multi-Strike or Trample. Well, not Trample, but... I like the meme of making the largest Shadowsiege of all time. Screw it. It's too good of a meme. It's too good. You can't not do that. Unfortunately, right now, though, I will need to guarantee that it comes out. So I need to remove the Shiny Steward and remove another Shiny Steward. Let's go to the Divine Temple. Value Stone. Yep. Great hit for the Excavation Eruption there. Intrinsic? I mean, like, I could make an intrinsic space gem, but I turned that down for the excavation eruption. No, we don't need anything there. It's the fact that the alloyed construct... So, just in case you're not familiar with the keyword, inert. This unit can't attack unless it has fuel, and it gains fuel by gorging. So, what I would need specifically to make me take a... take that on a Shadowsiege would be putting that in one Shadowsiege and then putting a morsel muncher in another Shadowsiege. We'll see. Morsel maker, sorry. I think that's quite unlikely. So we'll see. Feel free to daze on strike as long as I haven't got that in the front line. Perfect. It's not in the front line, but goddamn near. Beautiful. Just trying to get that egg as close to hatching as we can. Beautiful. Feel free to go to the top line. That's not where I am. Sure, I'll save 1 HP on you for no real reason. Plink got the right units. Thank you, Plink. Definitely make sure we get the shelter out there. Look, I could put lifesteal on you, but I could also just not do that. Just in case you were wondering, that's a possible thing for me to not do. No damage to me, thank you. That's hilarious. I wanted to just get the damage shield off of that so I could kill it immediately afterwards. Game said no. We're not even going to need the top line for the kill. Wild. Wild. Absolutely wild. The thing is, multi-strike does it too. Right, if we're looking to project damage and multiply our damage against bosses, that is accomplished 2 times over from Furnace Tap. The Ember Drain 4 isn't going to be great, but maybe we are an Ember Drain deck. Feels like we could be. Trample is really good too. Later on, this is going to be better. Earlier on, this is going to be better. Because when there are 2 big dudes... Well, 2 big dudes are already taken care of by 2 Shadow Sieges. Maybe the Shadow Sieges just have enough stats that I just go to Trample. Keeper of Echoes. +1/+1 doesn't matter much on that floor. Strike to apply root to enemy units. The thing is, if I am going to Hellvent in the next area, I probably do want to take a unit. Inspire for a +1/+1. That just seems wasteful. Like, don't get me wrong, it's better than Shiny Stewards. Heck, it's even better than the Alloyed Construct. Maybe it's necessary. How many dupes have I got? 1 dupe, 2 dupe, 3 dupe. Okay, so I actually can just have a full floor of of Chomp Chomps. And none of these essences are big enough for them. Fair enough. To me right now, it feels like this is draw. Just to try and very quickly get to our power cards, get past the rest of everything. Not an Ember Drain deck yet, but I might be an Ember Drain deck in the future. Value Stone. We're set up to be an Ember Drain deck now. That's what that was about. That's what this has been about. That's what, I mean, leaving this in the deck, though I haven't really had an opportunity to want to remove that. That's what this is about as well. We could easily become an Ember Drain deck. If we can find a Furnace Tap later, then it'll be time to add that. But I think Trample at the moment to try and get over the hill. Not that I think I'm instantly under threat at all. Another big Shadowsiege. Non-percent of units have multi-strike? Sure. As long as I use one lifesteal ever, that is okay. Good midline right there. No. Probably gonna chump block there. So I'm gonna hatch, that's okay. Ooh. Good X-Cav Erupt here. Nice. The Egg Floor is doing okay by itself, which later on is going to be a good way to set up for the... Consume that still. Later on, that's going to be a really good way to set up this floor with any, trample or anything like that it needs. Wow. We're pretty good at these bottom lines. Honestly, if I hadn't done the Ember Drain last turn, we probably could have won there on the bottom line. Let's erupt you. Come on. Ooh, 7 extra energy on the first turn of battle. Not going to turn that down. No real reason to. Power of Knowledge comes back to us. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards that it's affected by now. Or that it affects, rather. Extract 3, draw 3, apply consumed the drawn spells. It's 0 cost. It's a way to get more consumption. I think I remove them rather than consume them. I'm gonna take... Are you actually kidding me, though? Alright. Alright, then. Alrighty, then. Merchant of Magic for the possibility of a double stack here? What relics are we looking for right now? What relics help Shadowsiege? Significantly. There are relics that help, anyone, but significantly it needs to help for me to be super jazzed about it. Give holdover to the Mind Collapse as well as the +10 so that I have the ability to gain some energy after I've played my possibly double stacked Furnace Tap, rather, sorry. I would have to get another cost reduction on that to really be keen about it. You know what? Yeah. Hold over. +10. To the wrong thing. +10. No, to the wrong thing. +10. And then we'll reduce the cost of the Excavation Eruption, making it 0. Reroll. Seam removal. So the deck now is about just generating the energy to play Furnace Tap multiple times. That's our scaling. That's our scaling. If this comes out on a really early turn, we still need to be able to play some things. Is that true? That's not necessarily true, actually. Power of Knowledge could have its cost decrease and then decrease again later. It's not too bad. Probably should look at the Divine Horde first. As long as you have 25 gold, taking fire damage, we'll lose 25 gold rather than kill you. I mean, the game has given us a lot of security right now. There is no world where this has haste. And haste is the only thing I have to be scared of right now. We have nothing to fear but haste itself. Tramble. Trampoline. Trampoline. I'm just a quote factory today. That's not what I need to be. Trampoline. Nice. Of course that didn't work. Yeah, I think it's still worth trying to get that out of the deck. And now we're a lot more comfortable. Probably don't want to keep the Mind Collapse now. I don't need it for anything. I need it later now that I have the Furnace Tap. Speaking of, Furnace Tap. Wow, that actually just double hit the backliner. Thank you. Much appreciated. If I could have told you what to do, that's what I would have told you what to do. Yeah. Furnace Tap still needs a decrease in its cost. Could be a value stone. Could be anything else. Nice try, bud. Dump. Pine gets plus 15 damage. Means we take fewer hits with the Golden Vault. I'm going to take it, but there's a world where I take the money instead there just because I'm so confident. Extract 3. Apply melee weakness 3. That's a lot of damage. Hey, hang on. Takes that much damage again for each stack. If I put melee weakness on a unit that's in the front line, and then I trample past them, so say I do 200 damage, they have melee weakness 3, so they will take 800 damage from my hit. Will the trample damage overflow? There's only one way to find out, right? No. Nothing needed there. We definitely go for another Hellbent, right? Yeah. Gift of Gratitude, Heaven's Gold, Petty Theft. I mean, Petty Theft is just extending our HP. However, Gift of Gratitude, we could get it in the opening hand and then just be a millionaire. And I want to be a millionaire so freaking bad. Sure. That one purges itself as well. And we get another Shadowsiege. I don't like that I'm duping them a bunch without essences inside them, but somehow I feel like it's okay. Somehow I still feel like it's gonna be okay, you know? Yes. I don't even have the ability to play the Shadowsiege. Just trying to get that hatch. too late, Gift of Gratitude. I'm afraid you are too late. Oh, right. Yeah, that'll just break that open. Okay. It's like, no, what's happening to it? The thing that we want to happen to it, Raps. It's okay. Still haven't found our Mind Collapse. We do have targets for them consistently, which is good. I mean, we're just going to deal with Ember Drain for the rest of the fight. Continue Ember Draining. Just do as much damage as you can to the boss directly. Yeah. Like your style, friend. Unfortunately, I can't just infuse on the top floor, and I don't have the ability to send them down right now. One day, though. Silly Shadowsiege, you don't need more multi-strike. You're doing fine as is. You are kidding me, right? Alright. Fine. That's what happens then. That's what happens then. Again, are trinkets better than sorry. Trinkets better than removals. Are trinkets better than the merchants of magic, specifically? Not for us right now. Double stack. Melee weakness 6. That's a lot of damage. Start peppering down TLD with that. Okay, do we have a value stone in here? Extreme stone. I mean, look, Extreme Stone could go in any of these, but we are in the realm of, like, these aren't gonna be a problem. Hang on. My God. You know what I could do? Is put a Shadowsiege in a Shadowsiege. Make the largest capacity unit that is possible. I mean, 6 is actually the max, by the way, right? Because we've already given this +3 and it's still not that large. But it's got a Largestone, Major Refraction, and having a Shadowsiege in it. God, if I'm doing it for the meme, you do that. That's what you do. You put one of them in another. Do it. We got here by going with the meme, so we continue by going with the meme. Again, Echo Break out of the deck with the Purge. Streamstone again. We had good reasoning not to take that prior. As for cost reductions, like, obviously the Furnace Taps, but we have one more Divine Temple down here, so we're just going to make this one 2 cost, and this one we're going to try and hit with a Value Stone. Oh, and purging cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This Alloyed Construct needs to go. We didn't find the ability to actually activate it. Should have looked here first, just in case it was another upgrade. Wasn't there? In combat. Okay, cool. So I can take damage here still. Faulty Loader. Apply Daze 3 and Melee Weakness 1 to the enemy units on the bottom floor in the first wave of combat. Not bad. Not off bad. Go Martial Lord 3 just to trip up the units as they ascend. Do I have any reason to want to hit this again? Holdover Force Contamination. Yeah. Consume removal on Forgotten Trade. Not really. Of course. Of course they may have that. That's not going to cause a problem. Well, there's the Furnace Tap in the opening hand. feel like I still set up on the bottom line. Power of knowledge just for an infusion. Yep. That's about what I expected. What, with all of them having multi-strike? Of course. Of course this is how it was going to go down. Damn, we actually got a lot of energy out that. Ooh, baby. Echo break, shelter. You with the mind collapse. You're like, I can extract 3 here. Let's actually watch what that does in terms of the damage. Gun trade? Yeah, maybe that's useful next cycle. Yeah. 1,220. Unfortunately, I still don't see if it pushes it to the next character as well. Interesting. Nice, that killed the backliner, and now we get the Echo Infused double tap right there. Oh, if I used Mind Collapse last turn, I actually would have gotten another Furnace Tap out here. Should have been more cognizant of my draw pile there. Alright. Now we get the melee weakness on you. Now I want to see how this resolves. Well, of course, right? We don't kill in a single hit, so it didn't matter. We do kill in a single attack series, though. A single flurry. Return to consume spells at the top of your draw pile. Give another unit trample. It's probably not going to need 2 units with trample. Get back the double stacked furnace tap. That's not bad. Ember Cash is also totally fine here. And that opens up consume relics being particularly powerful for us, where previously they were kind of a whiff. X-Cost cards get +3 to their X value when played. Neat. Spells gain an additional upgrade slot. Wait a second, we are with the spells. Ooh. We take that. The X cost isn't actually that relevant to us, but have you got a value stone in here? Oh, you do! 0 cost furnace tap. This is the one that... Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna just Purge Stone another Echo Break, get that out of there. We can remove a Shiny Steward by putting it in the other Shadowsiege now. I honestly think that's a play. Because Pack Shards don't matter to us. We are too powerful for Pack Shards to be a problem. We Hellvent the largest of the Shadowsieges. Why does the largest of the Shadowsieges not simply eat the others? Decrease the cost of that Furnace Tap and then maybe decrease it one more time. Seems good to me. Power Stone, hit that on the Mind Collapse. Reroll. Consume removal. Is that really what we want to do? I don't know if that's what we want to do. Consume removal on the broken memories, though, so that I can constantly just get back cards that I seem more useful. Like this one. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, we can't have the Shiny Steward just cramping their style on that floor. Okay, cool. Just making sure that the next line wasn't going to be incredible or anything like that, and I wasn't going to feel bad about the fact that I'd done the expensive removals first. Such a good opening turn. And because I have Golden Vault, I still want the Gift of Gratitude to go as big as it can. Consume nothing, really. Let's use the Gift of Gratitude, right? And then Force Contamination on the boss. 1,610 damage in the first turn. Seems good. All right, get some kills. Dang. Look, it did what I asked. I can't be mad about it, although I am demonstrably mad about it. There you go. You have a bunch of lifesteal as well. Get shelter. Let's get draw pile. Get as much energy as I can. And we'll go with that. Beautiful. One more attack wave with melee weakness especially. You'll get this perfectly where we need it. Let's use a Broken Memories to bring back the even better furnace stat for the next stand. And then we'll just... we might not have an enemy weak enough to even be able to kill with the... Nope, but we do have the Excavated Ember. Oh my god. What do you do with this? You just laugh. We don't need scaling damage. Well, I guess we do need scaling damage as provided by Multi-Strike, but we definitely don't need any more. How fast is this? 42 minutes? That's a TLD speed run right there. Oh my god, really? Again, on turn 1, we get basically everything. Multi-strike him. Trample him. Okay. We can Mind Collapse the Backest liner there. Get a Immortal Trade out. I mean, like, basically we just need Shelter cast last and we're all good. We're officially beyond concerns of the bottom floor. That's not relevant to us. Those petty squabbles down in that floor. Yes. No longer relevant. Yeah, you cop that. And also, we'll get the extra multi-striking one back. Thank you. I don't think I'm going to get to learn... Oh, also, the Mind Collapse actually isn't going to kill anyone here, so I don't get to play the extra. Dang. Wait, hang on. Okay! So it does work! Oh my god, on literally the last action as well, we got to learn a new thing about the game. We attack with that. Hang on. Yeah! The melee weakness on the front liner does amplify damage from trample. Hell yeah! Oh, love a good quick win to follow up. Streak prior in the opposite direction. Starting to establish a streak in the correct direction right now. Win streak increased. New personal record of applying 15 melee weakness over the course of a run. And we get a couple crowns. Hell yeah. I'm damned pleased with that. You gotta love the largest possible Shadowsiege. For the moment, my name's Rhapsody. I don't really have many takeaways from this Shadowsiege. For the moment, my name's Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train The Lost Divinity. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.